to go over first that first page, a couple of little spots. For instance, in measure 6, you have two B's next to each other in the soprano line. So there has to be a different color for each of those B's. First, soft, delayed, then go forward, so many things, and then you go forward to there, fall down. So you go in and out, but especially if you have repeated B's. Lots to do there, right? Show me how you're doing the right hand in measure 6, 7, 8 to the resolution in 9. Just the right hand. That's it. Good. Resolve. I'll go forward. Paw to the suspension, under voice, resolve. That was beautiful. Now show me what's happening in the left hand, measure 6. Good. So the left hand is much more under the right hand. The right hand is doing all the sculpting there. Roll. Circles. Good. Okay, that note bothers me there. So that dominant note, the F sharp, D sharp, that creates the dominant, should be the softest from the diminuendo down. I use my wrist at the bottom like this. So the wrist cushions the fall of those fingers. Then I can lean. Yeah. Much better, much better. Can you go back to measure 3 with the D sharp and the dominant there? And continue. Resolve. Good. Now you're going to come in soft. Good. Resolve. There you go. Forward. Dominant. Resolve. Beautiful. That was gorgeous. That was beautiful playing. Makes such a difference, these little pullbacks in the way you approach the pianissimo. Now, what happens here? Be careful here that you get one line drag. It's easy to get.
Yeah, it's difficult.
But what you do is you imagine 2, 3, 4 as dead weight across 3 fingers, and you're coming out of the stickies, so you get. Right. You're dragging across 3 sticky fingers, yeah. Right, because the outline is the contrary motion, which is and you need more tone there, yeah. As long as you don't come with a right angle, punch down on that G. Bigger voice, right, with the octaves. As long as it's not struck with right angles. I do a little rotation in the left hand.
Yeah, I do the rotation in the left hand, but then my right hand wants to just copy that.
Drag it, like traction. That's better. It's better. You can give me more support in the left hand. Excellent. There's a good delay. Delay. Good. And then suddenly, good. You got this. That was good. Yeah, and we can give this a little more because it needs to survive the under voice, right?
This.
Right, so D, C, give it a little bit more D. Good. Put the, and make this really even. We decided the second of the pair of eighths is floating out of the first eighth, right? So
Yes.
we get bop, bop.
Yes.
Well, we still have to hear it, but it's a little bit pulled back a little. Start less. Destination. Nice and big. It's a tricky measure. Because you want to pull out the E so you could sigh down to the B, but you don't want to punchy E. You want to kind of pull out your E without right angle punch, right? Ta, ti, ti. I pull it toward me. Ti, ti, sighing down. Now, yeah. So you're connecting your 4 over to your fa. T. Pull from the dead weight 4 into the, and then side. So you still have the traction and the honey going through your hand. You can give me more E. So lower the G on the bottom. Almost like you want this balance instead of jumping out, right? Right, so you want to lower that alto a little bit, the G in the alto. Lower it a little. If you can't, it's hard to do. You have to angle your hand. The E a little less than the D sharp, but just pull it out of the, extract it from the honey. That's it. That was nice. Had the right density. Now add the left hand to that, which is tricky because you're coming over thumb to 4. Lateral, right, lateral. You're doing that right with no twisting. Just lateral.
I'm doing 5 on 5.
Okay, using 5 is fine. It's fine. Good. So really a appoggiatura is resolve it down. Those notes are interesting. It's like little sobs. Right. So that's factored into that too. Same measure, yeah, 19. It's hard. Right. If we could do a little lean less, in the left hand. Lean less consonant. Right, now I hear there's density when you do that, right? You delay a little into the note. Right. Exactly. That makes a huge difference. Yeah, makes a huge difference. Because you get the density that way, otherwise it's sort of like it's going too fast into a hard turf sound. Are you going to resolve that a little bit? Because a diminished chord is going to resolve to that, right? It's resolving to the B minor for a moment. Diminished chord. This is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, and make sure it's a nice, it's a silky, it's a dissolving, it's a little melted butter there.
Yeah.
That's why this. That's it. Delay, half note. Make this very even. Da, da. Using a 5-2 there? You have to. Don't go so speedy into that half note. You give it that little slight delay. Right, makes a difference. That was good. Good. Melt. That's good. That was good. That was excellent. This was improved because this time you just let this float through. I didn't hear it as the paying attention. It just floated the B major, right? Across. That was nice. Because that's all it is. Because it can get very pumpy there. You know, you start listening to those, you know, left-hand notes. It's a little bridge back to the new part, right? It's a bridge. Ta-da. You can use a double pedal there. I use a double pedal until I get to the next part with the crescendo. I get off it.
In measure 23?
Yeah, I go way down, way down. Right. I'm using the soft pedal and the sustain pedal.
Oh, I see. The double pedal, I mean using the soft
Yeah,
pedal.
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
But then you're going to take it off when you get to the crescendo and open up.
I like to take it off at the end of measure 24.
Yeah. That makes sense. Off. Open up now. Good. Float. Keep it big upset. That was excellent. That was excellent. Beautiful. Ba-da! Now you can give me a little more left hand on this forte section. Keep up what you started in the left hand. That's still that rolling sixes or groups of two, swinging 6 plus 6. Yeah. So keep it. Keep that rolling sixes. Resolve. Nice. Resolve. Nice. Gorgeous. Boy, that side down was so beautiful. That diminished chord sign down to the dominant. Wow.
That's my favorite part.
You did that so beautifully. Woo. Okay, how are you going to change the color in 35? I'm just floating my arm together. It's like I got clouds under my arms. Good. Nice. Good job. I think the left hand's getting faster, so keep the left. Yeah. That always happens with trills, that your left hand gets nervous and drives the trill too fast.
Yeah.
So this is your conductor hand here, your left hand. To a trill. So diminished chord attenuated here, and then part of the diminished chord, and then he continues over to the tritone. Right, so he doesn't do the G sharp. He goes over the G sharp. Right. See if you can go to that downbeat right there in measure 36 and then lead into the trill, so you don't have to worry about those fast, that little scale before. Right. It's hard because this hand is like almost like has a tremor going, and this hand is steadying you out.
Yeah.
This is letting go. Right. Good. No, but even though you had a slower kind of trill, everything was steadied out nicely, you know, and the listener is going to listen for that rolling, rocking feeling no matter what the trill is. I'd rather hear that than the left hand getting jittery and going really fast suddenly. So I thought you did really well on that. So you're starting your trill on the principal note, is that right? Is that what we decided to do?
Yes.
Okay. It works. It works nicely. Yeah, it's fine. Actually, it's better than the upper neighbor. To get those three little notes at the end, and like we do little triplets. Show me the traction when you do this. Good. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, let's go back to that trill measure and do a little. Perfect. %. That was excellent. That first part of that trill was so beautiful, like a little bird. It was a beautiful.
I think I just need to practice that a little slower to get this left hand steadied up.
Yeah, you always have to practice not getting panic-stricken when you get into a trill. It's like muscles start tightening. Here comes the trill, right? Instead of saying, I'm really going to enjoy this trill, I'm going to float my arm and have my left hand just breezily going down, and my right hand is just going to enjoy a little bit of a little birdie kind of this, you know. No, that was very good. That was beautiful.
Any thoughts about practicing this bit?
Let's see. I usually go for my blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4 block. 1, 2, 3 block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 3 blocks, right? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I feel the traction of those blocks. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the main thing, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then my 4 goes to my 5.
Yeah.
Let's try that. So dead weight, 1, 2, 3, 4, dead weight, 1, 2, 3, dead weight, 1, 2, 3, 4, pivot on 4 and come down, 5, 1. And it's a good thing to know where the thumbs occur. Okay, the B sharp is the first thumb, the E is the next thumb, and the G is the next thumb. So it's B sharp, E, G. So it's almost like C, E, G, right? That's where your thumbs come. Is that right? Am I right about that? Yeah? Yeah, I'm right. So C, E, G are where your thumb points are. E, G. Good to know where those thumbs are in between.
Yeah.
As your guide. Right, let's see if rhythms work. It's a little bit uneven because it's 6, 11 notes. Let me try the opposite. It's better long, short, long. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. That's what we should do. Bum, ba-dum, 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 bum. I like that. The thumb comes down to be there after that, so it's really this, right? That's what's happening.
Yeah.
Good to know all of that stuff. Okay, do the blocks and then we'll go through it. Block again, block, octave. Good, now go straight through. Start less. See how much crescendo? It's hard to get a crescendo on the high part of the piano because it thins out, doesn't it? There you go. You have to enjoy that. You have to say, oh, I can't wait to get to that chromatic scale. I really love that scale. Seriously, it's so psychological instead of the total dread that comes with it. Now, the left hand can help you. You can use some extra left hand give myself more left hand. Not the first one, but the next two. Do a little crescendo.
Right.
Absolutely. Let's see if we can do that together slowly. So we'll... Yeah, it's hard to know where everything meets. Yes. Wow, that was excellent. What finger are you using on that B when you come out of? You know, it makes sense to use a 3 and then just do this, doesn't it? Not a 5, but a 3. I think I was using a 3. You can just do 3. Can you reach a 3 one octave like this? Not reach, but just alternate. So how are you coming out of this? So with a 3, and then you just went across like this.
Yeah, I wasn't doing that before, but I can do that.
I think it would make sense to economize on any finger switch there, but just go right for the 3 and then do lateral motion. Okay, let's try it right there with that chromatic scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
When you're doing that.
Yeah. I'm making the G meet with the... Right. Yeah, nice and big. Nice and big. Nice and robust, definitely. Yep, that you've got that down. The left hand starts a little less. Go for it. Go for it. Like a big thunderbolt there. You can get that big thunderbolt there. That would be a very nice, big, juicy sound there. Everyday practice like this. This is like the shoulder down. Shoulder down like this. Not the shoulders don't go up, but the shoulders help you pull down.
Right, yeah.
Gives you the power. So get more of the top note here, because that's the terminus of the top note. That's it. It's a better voicing. Perfect. That's excellent. Now see if you can go a little quicker. Hey, you did it! You did it. It was really good. So you are memorizing this too. If you focus on the top note and lighten the thumb. Right, now you got a clean sound. Right, so you're not going to think you got to hammer the thumb. The thumb is light going to the top. That's what's going to do it for you. You'll get that clean octave. Now what happens next? You're going to do the same thing. It's a drag. Careful. Careful of this note popping out. Because it's really drag. Drag. That's better. Destination. No, that was good. There you go. One more bass. You can give me more bass there, because it's forte. Both hands. I mean, the right hand. The right hand's doing fine. The left hand can use more support.
Where I'm going with that, I'm actually going to this.
The D sharp.
Yeah.
Right. And this little delay because it's half note.
But not to hammer these.
Yeah, that's just passing across.
Yes, I'm also not hammering this, but trying to.
Well, it's hard because they're octaves. Yeah, they're octaves, so it's hard to get the drag through the octave. Keep the left hand rolling in 6. I think that was an issue, but you know, even though it's big. It's easy for this to start happening. Gotta be careful of that.
Yeah.
Good. Dip. Big, big. Keep it big. Good. Sixes. Now dip this, dip it. Now that was a problem because last time I heard these all the same. So you arrived here, right? Top. So maybe less, more, most. So each E is different. You have the first one. Ta da da.
Okay, I thought we were going so this is
Right, and then go forward. Exactly, exactly. Now you have it. That's it. That's it, exactly. The thing with Chopin is you go back and forth. You always pull back and then you go forward in that range of the 14. Right.
Yeah.
That makes it a good phrasing, right? That is a tendency where people think, I got to get that big sound, so I've got to get all the E's the same, but doesn't organically really work harmonically well, or anything else well, the phrasing wise. It's too up and down. And then it becomes very vertical too, by the way, when you do that. The same thing for each E.
Yeah.
The left hand, you got to keep your rolling 6 to help your right hand. That was good the way you tapered it, but you didn't get too soft, because you still have this little bridge here under it. So you want to keep quiet, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Measure 43 is very tricky.
43.
The diminished chord. That's good.
I didn't quite play all the markings there.
That's okay. Keep floating. Sweet. Make that G sharp alto much quieter. It's because you gotta have a tied third above it. So measure 51, just fold in this low G sharp. So you get this. So easy for that to jump out.
Yeah.
G sharp. Good job, good job. And the left hand is just doing its wonderful roll. That was the, you know why that was so good? Because what you did the second time was the tied note. You came out of the tied note like a little thread floating out of the tied note F sharp. Instead of starting 2 new F sharps. They come out of the tied note each time, right? The G sharp, 2 more, come out of the tied G sharp. And then the last 2 F sharps come out of the tied F sharp. That's tied over. So it doesn't sound like you're getting a new like poke. You're just coming, you're just coming out of one harmony. It's one harmony, really. Because it's easy to get bump, 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 you know. Good. That's so much better now. And you keep the left hand, of course. 2, 1, the Lee, the Lee, 2, the Lee, That's excellent. full. Double pedal here now. Make sure you have a very clear pedal when you're going from here to here. Very clear. Very clear. Very soft. Float.
To here.
Right. So you want to do there is that A, right, floats over to the second chord. That's the same, right? It's floating over. You have to have some degree of in the key so you can melt into the E major chord. So you have to be careful with that. Use my wrist here. Right, the wrist. Play it with the wrist, not fingers, just wrist. Right. So you don't feel any point on that note. You don't feel any point on the note. You just feel like melted butter, like a pool of butter gets you to that last note, instead of hearing any kind of, top pointy top note. So you get chi. Here's how I do it. See how I do it? Just like this. The fingers are the end of my wrist. My wrist is playing it totally. Just like this. Like caressing the note. Yeah, caressing the note is really what it is. Right, so I don't go too fast into a T. Right. This is the sound I want. So it's the top note. It's the top note. Mm-hmm. The top note. Resolve. It sort of melts when you use the wrist more than the fingers.
I've actually got, what I've got written is 5-3-1, 5-3-2, 4-1.
That's what I do. 5-3-2, 4-1. But then the outer voices can do the legato. The outer voice. 5-4-2. Kind of monitor your breathing and know whether you're inhaling on that last thing or exhaling. Probably inhaling. I have to see what I'm doing. Can you inhale on that? Inhale. Inhale. Like pull in some air at the very end. You have to have the air to do it. Yeah, a little bit of an inhale. Because I don't think I'd exhale on that note. I'd inhale. You can monitor your breathing a little. But you have to have natural breathing before you do that, or else you're looking for the air and you can't find it. Inhale. I'm inhaling, so it rises up. It's very good. It's so beautiful. You play this so magnificently beautifully. The tone, everything. Chopin all the way through. It's very hard to play Chopin with that color and vocabulary that you're doing, to get that framing of this composer's way of communicating. And you do it very well.